Since patch 9.4, we've been seeing a lot more of my queen, Rek'Sai. I'm going to be talking about why she is back and tearing up solo queue as well as pro play. And for context, I've honestly got a huge spot for this champion. I have over 800 ranked games on her, and I was the lead playtester on her original design back in 2014. So why are we seeing Rek'Sai again when she didn't receive any direct damage buffs? The changes that have brought her back into the jungle were the quality of life changes to her Q, Queen's Wrath, and Prey Seeker, and her R, as well as how those changes interact with Conqueror and her ability to reliably deal her damage. Her damage didn't get increased, but her reliability did, and that's what pro play is all about. So first, let's start with the rune build. You're gonna be taking Conqueror as your primary keystone. Your secondary is typically Domination. I have seen Inspiration as well as Sorcery, just don't take Celerity. That's the only thing I ask. But the question here is why Conqueror over Hail of Blades and Electrocute, which were her typical runes before, and they actually have a slightly higher win rate in solo queue. The reason is that she used to just be a level 3 jungler. She had to go red to Raptors to Krugs. She couldn't really contest Scuttle Crabs. But now with Conqueror, she can stack it so quickly, she gets to contest those level 2 crabs and participate in those crab raves. So what you want to do is you want to be able to do your red, show up at whatever crab you need to, and she can do that now. Now let's talk about the build. You're going to be buying CDR, starting with Machete. You go Blue Smite if you're going for the ganks, and you go Red Smite if it's an Olaf, or you're up against some jungler that's going to be in your face. You're going to build AD, prioritize HP, and your offensive build is pretty much going to be what a brilliant Skarner main once told me. If you don't AD it, you don't want to see it. So you're going to buy the GA, you're going to buy the Sterix Gauge, and the reason is that she has a 550 to 650% bonus AD ratio in her kit. It is a massive amount, and that's what changed from the rework before, is buying the AD means so much instead of the tanky stats. But if you do have to go for defensive items, go with a situational build, or you go for the generalist that I like in Gargoyle's Stoneplate. Doubles the HP that you bought before, has both resists, and because you have Conqueror and E, when you activate it, you don't cut your true damage at all, so she's still dealing a massive amount. The skill order that the pros end up doing is Q max into E max. The Q has a lot of damage if you actually hit all of the burrowed Qs, but personally I think that the E max is better. It ups her mobility and right now has a higher win rate in solo queue because when you don't have as coordinated of a team, being able to take care of yourself means a hell of a lot. Now let me show you guys what I'm talking about with those quality of life changes. The first one is the Queen's Wrath quality of change. Now this one is a little bit overlooked. When you have the buff on you, it normally lasts 5 seconds. But when you burrow, you'll drop the buff and it'll start to actually tick in the background. So let me do this right now. You see the buff right there, Queen's Wrath, I burrow, it falls off in 1 second, and the cooldown starts ticking. Now what this means is that you can actually go for some chases. So let's say I hit somebody like this, it's a Tristana, I go towards her, come back, and my Q is about to be back up already. So I didn't have to wait those extra seconds. It means that this happens between your Raptor and your Red, and also sometimes if you don't finish camps with your third Q. Now, let's talk about the second part of the change. Because she can charge her E faster with the burrowed Q giving you 25 Fury, it now synergizes perfectly with her combination that she did before, and Conqueror goes right into it. So let me show you guys this right now. The combo is burrowed Q, knock up, basic attack, Q, E. You see I did my true damage with my E, and I fully stacked Conqueror. This means that Rek'Sai is one of the fastest, if not the fastest champion in the game at stacking Conqueror up. So let's do this as fast as possible. So and that's Conqueror. And your true damage immediately. That is so fast, it's about 1.5 seconds to get it fully stacked and get all that extra damage, which means when you go for your R, you have all this percent missing HP turned into true damage as well. Now the last quality of life change I want to go over is that you can't escape the R. I cannot emphasize this enough. You have to get really far away from her, over 1,000 units away after she's pressed it. The thing with this is, a solo Q Zed that I ran into didn't read the patch notes. Do not be this Zed. He had no idea what was gonna happen. Once Rek'Sai presses that R on you, she gonna Liam Neeson you. She will find you, and she will kill you. Even if you're going the other direction. You saw that, a complete 180 that she was able to pull off there. Now, when Rek'Sai is good, she offers her team vision with her early passive, and that early game skirmishing, and then come level 6, she's got those easy turret dives with her untargetability. Now, when looking at the LCS, I expect pros who showed an affinity for Rek'Sai in the past, like Contrax, Meteos, and Blabber, to once again gravitate towards this champion and highly prioritize her. Now we'll see how Rek'Sai and her changes shake up the jungle in the LCS, and potentially in our game 2 of the day, in Golden Guardians versus 100 Thieves, as we send it back over to freaking Azael.